every town against gun violence, the people who wrote this bill. This is not a ban on Glocks. It's a prohibition of future sales. That's what they call it. We'll see what happens. We will see if there is a pre-ban market. Welcome to Lock and Load Podcast. My name's Josh. We talk to you about Connecticut 2A issues, and this is certainly one of them. Glocks are going to get banned. You can tell by the title here what you clicked on. We've been talking about it for many weeks now, a couple months now, about HB 5043 from the Connecticut legislation. So last night, debate started around 3 a.m.-ish. I picked it up around 4 a.m. when I woke up, and State Senator Rob Sampson was fighting this bill against Judiciary Chair and State Senator Winfeld. And we're going to play some clips throughout this, a few clips just for context and everything. But if they say anything slightly incorrect, I would like to point out that they started their day around, 10-ish, 11-ish, the Senate. And this was 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. So we will give them definitely a break on any of the little wrong words they use here. So just be aware of that, guys. You all were sleeping. I was sleeping. And they were fighting for your gun rights. Why this was happening at 3 a.m. is a wonderful question that some of you may have. And that's because the Democrats in Hartford have horrible time management. We're going to go and say what Rob Sampson said. They knew the end of session was coming, which would be today. This video I'm going to get out for around 6 o'clock Wednesday. So the Senate actually ends at 11:59 Wednesday, May 6th. And so if they didn't pass this bill by then, the bill would have been dead. I want to first break down because I like to hold people accountable for their actions and their votes. When this bill was finally voted on at 7:22 a.m., I want to call out some senators here, some state senators here that voted against your constitutional rights. First, I'd like to call out 3 senators that just decided to go to bed and not vote on this. Norman Needleman from the 3rd District did not vote on any of the amendments. So I don't know when he stepped out of the Senate, but from 3 o'clock to at least 7:22, he did no voting whatsoever. John Fonfar from the 1st District and from the 4th District, MD Rahman, also were absent when this bill passed. So go hold them accountable. It's their job. There are many people that voted yes to this. This passed 22-11 in the state Senate out of the 36 potential votes, right across party lines to a T. We have 11 Republican senators, and we have, I believe, 12 Republican senators. And what a surprise that Tony Wong, the rhino from Newtown area of the state Senate, voted yes for this bill. Surprise, surprise. Thank you that you are not rerunning. Goodbye. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Shout out to Rob Sampson, Ryan Fazio for debating the bill and voting no. And I want to give one more shout out to Kissel did debate the bill a little bit. And Paul Catracella, a 34th District, I believe is the right name there. He also did debate the bill as well. I might be missing a person or two in there as well from the Republican side, but props for voting and staying there all night. At the current moment of filming this, they are out of session. They'll be going back into session. I'm sure they'll be there until midnight again, but let's break down the bill because that is the important part here. So nothing changed out of the House bill. As we suspected, especially with a vote this late in the session, literally less than 24 hours to go, nothing changed at all. But the ORL did put out their bill analysis, so that kind of explains it. So if you go to the Connecticut General Assembly's website, you look up HB 5043, and then you look up the bill analysis. That's what I'm pulling this information from, and it kind of makes the bill somewhat in normal English because this bill is any bill is kind of a mess to read. So we're going to read their legal opinion here, which is pretty important. We're going to talk about permits here. And obviously there are other parts of this bill that, like unfinished frames and receivers, voluntary surrender of firearms or ammunition to the police department, and pistol permit fee refunds. We're going to go and cover this bill in a 2A the roundtable discussion. We'll break that down, but I really just want to focus on kind of the Glock ban in this video. So, cruciform trigger, convertible bar ban. Yeah, that clusterfuck. So, it's going to make it a Class D felony to knowingly import into Connecticut or knowingly advertise, sell, offer, or expose for sale any convertible pistol manufactured on or after October 1st. Will expand what a rate of fire enhancement is to include a pistol converter or certain other devices, parts, or accessories that generally increase the pistol's rate of fire and subjects them into existing law penalty of rate of fire enhancements related violations. Under some circumstances, convertible pistols are now to be considered machine guns. Interesting. Let's define, let's go with the laws here first. Any firm, partnership, corporation, LLC, or similar entity knowingly imports into Connecticut to sell, advertise, offer, or expose for sale any convertible pistol after October 1st, a Class D felony is punishable up to 5 years in prison and a fine of $5,000 or both. The bill does not apply to this provision to retail sale or other lawful transfer of a convertible pistol by somebody who is not a licensed dealer to another person who is not a licensed gun dealer. We've explained that sentence before, and the sentence is null and void. You cannot transfer a firearm person to person in the state of Connecticut without going through an FFL. You can't do it anymore. So you can't do it. It's kind of insane. Under the bill, a convertible pistol is a semi-automatic pistol with a cruciform trigger bar that can be readily altered by hand or common household tools such as a knife, screwdriver, wrench, hacksaw, crowbar, electric drill, rotary tool, hammer, chisel, file, or pliers, so that the pistol can be readily converted into a machine gun by installing or attaching a pistol converter. It also specifies some things below. It explains what a machine gun is, what a pistol converter or convertible pistol. That's where we want to focus on here. So the bill specifies that a convertible pistol does not include a hammer fire semi-automatic pistol or a semi-automatic pistol with a cruciform trigger bar that has a tab or other piece of material molded into the pistol frame that shields the bar from interference by a pistol converter unless the tab or other piece of material can be readily removed from the pistol frame. When we go back to readily removed here, or well, the tools that can be readily removed, it's molded. So that implies it is plastic. Can a rotary tool destroy plastic? I think all of us will say yes here. So again, we have language in the bill here, or the analysis of the bill here, that is contradicting its own self. A cruciform trigger bar definition, that's also important. Under this bill, a cruciform trigger bar is a component in a semi-automatic pistol that serves as the linkage between the trigger and firing pin and has its sear incorporated in a cross-shaped surface. Okay. Well, can we fix this by changing out the trigger to an aftermarket trigger? Does that solve the problem? It's then not readily convertible. That's going to be a thing we're exploring. Talks about rate of fire enhancement. That was banned a long time ago under the bump stock ban. Machine gun definitions is kind of also insane. This bill explicitly states that for the purpose of the penal code, general machine gun includes convertible pistols that is possessed by an individual who also possesses a pistol converter. Yeah, okay. I guess I won't disagree with that. I don't know. I don't have that many. I don't have any pistol converters. I was gonna say I don't have that many Glocks, but I do have a good amount of Glocks. Pistol converters are federally illegal and statewide illegal. I'll talk about the rest of this bill when Derek, Todd, Michelle, and I meet up in Friday, actually, which will probably come out Sunday. We're gonna have a lot of videos coming out here, really stacked on top of each other. So make sure you check out the other videos in our channel and their channels too. I do know at the time of this filming, Todd's video just went up right before I was going to film this. So good job, Todd. You beat me to this one. I had some work to do in the store of getting guns in. I've been consistently annoying my wholesalers for Glocks, specifically Gen 6s and 43Xs, every day here, multiple times a day. I keep getting emails from them trying to get more and more guns in, and keep checking um, them out so we can get stuff in for you guys. I do suspect weekends will be very busy. We do have list running for Gen 6s. We are getting them in. We actually have a good little batch was just ordered today, so that was nice. 43Xs. So other guns that are considered convertible. I know I've been asked a lot about this on Facebook, and I just don't have an answer for you guys yet. Glocks. Glocks are my answers, and Glock-like clones. And somebody is like, what's a Glock-like clone? If it looks like a Glock, it's probably a Glock clone. So yes, V's fall under this, in my opinion. Yes, Gen 6s fall under this, in my opinion. Yes, the slimline pistols, the 42, 43, 48, and 43X all fall under this. The V's fall under this. Everything falls under this, guys. They all have cruciform trigger bars. The argument here, and this is where we're going to get some disagreement until we get a legal opinion, either from the state or from our lawyer, is going to be, is there going to be a pre-ban market? Some organizations out there say yes. Some places say no. The way this bill is written is just poor. Surprise, surprise. So we're going to need some legal opinions and some legal analysis from the state side, from our lawyers, and we'll see what they say. And obviously we'll share that information with you because you guys need to know what's going on. Some other commonly asked questions we're getting is, can I still carry this gun? Yes, you can. There has been no objection to that. To quote Everytown Against Gun Violence, the people who wrote this bill, this is not a ban on Glocks, it's a prohibition of future sales. That's what they call it. We'll see what happens. We will see if there is a pre-ban market. I do not know. It'll certainly be a slower pre-ban market because on our end, let's say if the gun is manufactured before October 1st, and we can still, sell them, I have to verify that this gun was made before then, especially like Gen 6s, right? Gen 2, 3s, 4s, probably, but there's still new ones that get produced, right, for law enforcement. So we need to do what's called a born date lookup on Glock, and there's no way to simply do that without emailing them or calling them. And that's going to probably bog them down. Is Glock going to make a 6.5? Maybe, maybe not. Are they going to go and give in to Connecticut? They're going to give in to Maryland? He certainly gave in to California. That's the V series came out. We will see what happens. We will keep you guys updated. I just wanted to get this video out there so you guys have a little bit of information. And for the reps who absolutely help us, and for the reps that absolutely suck, keep that in mind come November when it is election time, guys. We will keep you guys updated. There will be many videos coming out in the next month and a half with politics, the primaries coming up, and getting this state flipped. You guys need to get out and vote and get these idiots unelected. So my name's Josh, and I will see you guys next time. If you want to get put on the list for Gen 6s, call our store at 860. Lock and Load Podcast is sponsored by Lock and Load Firearms, Connecticut's #1 rated gun store and pistol permit class on Google. Come check us out, 1573 Meriden Waterbury Turnpike in Southington. Lock and Load Firearms.
Lock and Load Podcast is also sponsored by Patriot Wear Holsters, custom-made Kydex holsters locally made in Waterbury, Connecticut. www.patriotwearholster.com and use code LNL Podcast for 10% off your purchase. Orders available for shipping or pickup at various locations.